God. He said, that I cannot learn from these material yogis. So because someone can have this praptasiddhi or make something appear in the air does not make him God. This is a very common siddhi. Nowadays, in this age, there are not many yogis who have this power. But formerly, it was common practice of all the yogis. It was not a very wonderful thing for them to do. Because as I said, what is the value of gold? As much gold as you produce, we can purchase in our friend's jewelry shop. What is the great value of it? Or a disease, it can be cured in a hospital. But let that yogi cure death. Let that person who calls himself Bhagavan cure death. Who is able to cure death? Mukunda. Mukunda means one who gives liberation beyond death. And who is that Mukunda? Krishna. One who surrenders unto Krishna never has to take his birth again in this material world. Janma karma chame divyam yovam veti tattataha takta deham puna janma naiti mameti, so Arjuna. Such a person never has to take his birth again in this material world. Who? One who remembers Krishna at the time of death never has to come back into this material world. This is Krishna's promise. Not simply that he'll cure cancer or leukemia. That is not the disease. That is the symptom of the disease. The disease is this material body. The symptom of the material body is cancer, leukemia, cold, heart attack, so many different symptoms. But what's the disease? You have a body that can get sick. And who can give spiritual life? Who can give spiritual body? That only Krishna can do. Only Krishna can do that. So we should not pray to someone because they manifest some yogic siddhis. This does not show that a person is God. It shows that they're a yogi. But Krishna is known as Yogeshwara. He's the supreme yogi. Yogi namapi sarveshan matgaten antaratmana. He's the supreme of all yogis. So we were describing Brahma. I think that I have quoted many verses from Brahma Samhita, but Brahma always prays Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Lord Brahma himself, even he cannot award Amara or deathlessness. Another big demon, Hiranyakasipu. Have you heard his name? Those of you who have heard his name? He's the father of Prahlad Maharaj. So he was a big Rakshasa. He prayed to Brahma, give me life when I will never have to die. And what is Brahma's answer? My dear sir, even I have to die. So how can someone say that Brahma is the supreme? The supreme is eternal. He never dies. Therefore, Lord Brahma cannot be called the supreme. Lord Brahma is only the creator or engineer of this universe. The actual creator is not Brahma. Just like I may give you gold, and from that gold you may make jewelry. So you are engineering something, but you're not creating the element gold. If someone says they can produce gold, why do they only produce a little quantity? Let them produce a gold mine from which we can take out of the vein hundreds and millions of dollars worth of gold. Then we can start to believe that this person is God. Why a little gold trinket? I can buy it in his shop. Let someone create 100 million tons of gold, or say 1,000 pounds of gold. That's reasonable. 1 to 10,000 pounds of gold. Then we may begin to accept him as God. I mean, that's got some value. Otherwise, any jeweler can produce some gold also. He may bring it out of the air, or he may bring it out of his shelf, but anyway, he's producing it. Let us not accept God so cheaply. Certainly Brahma himself never declares himself to be Bhagavan. You'll never find Brahma called Bhagavan. In fact, there's an interesting story in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Lord Brahma's son is known as Narad Muni. He happens to be the son of Brahma. And he once said to the Lord, my dear Brahma, I see that all of the different demigods are paying homage to you. Are you the supreme? He said, but sometimes I see that you're also praying. Please tell me who is the supreme. Then Brahma spoke the Srimad Bhagavatam and explained the science of devotion to Krishna. telling Narad that actually I'm not the Supreme, but Lord Krishna is. Our line of parampara, or disciplic succession, comes through Lord Brahma. Krishna is the beginning of that line. And the first to hear it is Brahma, and then Narad. And from Narad to Vyasadeva. And so our teaching has come down.